Day 2 and 6 runs await the crews today. With the tracks already slippery and plenty of rain overnight, it will be a challenging day. Leading the crews into Day 2, Martin Gold was still showing the quick pace we'd seen on the previous day, but sadly this would be short-lived when a track rod end broke on the 3rd run of the day, the resulting maximum time dropping him down into an undeserved 13th place. Taking control of the field in the top spot now was Steve Hyatt, and Gold's drop down the results means no close fight to the finish for the pair this time round. For Tim Dilworth, it had been a challenging weekend with driveshaft problems, but he was managing to hold on to 2nd place, which would give him some much needed points after his retirement from the last round. Moving up a place after Gold's maximum time was Gordon Monaghan, now up in 3rd place in the RS200. Continuing to chase Monaghan was Charlie Evans in the Rakeway, pushing hard to keep the big car in the top of the results. Currently 4th place with 3 runs remaining. Some good times posted by Ian Rochelle in the Millington Maserati move him up to 5th place. Greg McLeod, still putting the max traction car through its paces, moves into 6th place, the car missing part of the rear bodywork after a brush with the scenery on Day 1. Justin Birchall is climbing up the results as the event goes on, 7th place after run 8. With Ken Powell following close behind in 8th place, struggling a little in the deep muddy ruts developing throughout the course. A vast improvement from Kevin Gruce sees him improve on 23rd place overnight, 9th place after run 8. And rounding off the top 10 is Martin Convoy in the Tornado. Adam Evans briefly visited the top 10 on run 7, but by run 8 was back outside in 11th place. Still the highest placed Trophy Rally crew, however, at this stage. Gaining on the crews in the top 10 now was Phil Ibbotson in the Metro 6R4, 12th after the morning's runs. 14th place, sitting just behind the recently relegated Martin Gold, was Ian Bartlett in the 3M 206. Lee Clinton remains in the lead of the Clubman Rally on Day 2, now in 15th place. This morning sees us lose a couple of crews from the leaderboard. The first of these was Carl Duffield, problems with the car forcing him to stop in stage. A disappointing retirement following his occupation of 10th place at the end of Day 1. Also dropping out this morning was Ben Gott in the Wildcat, not the smoothest of debut events in the new car. On to the final runs of the day now, where we can look at the finishers, class winners and overall results at the end of the event. Starting with 28th place and the Freelander of Bilal Adams. A number of problems throughout the day sees him drop to the bottom of the results from early in the event. Good times from Alan Kirkland when he had a clean run, but sadly not competing on Day 1 means he finishes down in 27th place. Steve Anning finishes the event in 26th place overall. With Ken Powell and Jonathan Stevenson taking 25th overall and 3rd in class. Finishing 24th overall and 3rd of the Trophy Rally crews was Mike Bain and William Aitken, dropping time having reached as high as 17th earlier in the day. 23rd overall and 2nd in class goes to Alan Wilkinson in the Milner R5. After going so well for most of the event, it's a disappointing finish for Ian Rochelle. Maximums on the last 2 runs push him down to 22nd overall. He does take home 2nd in class, however. A maximum on the first run of the event was the poor start that caused Martin Cox and Paul Carson to finish down in 21st overall, but 2nd in their class. These problems aside, the times were promising. Ryan Cook's run of good form was put to an end, with an accident on day 1 giving him a time close to a maximum. Unable to catch up again on day 2, he finishes in 20th place. Richard Green and Richard Griffiths finish in 19th place, taking victory in Class G1. Ian Bartlett had been going well this weekend, but with the stages getting more cut up on every run, it would be the penultimate stage that caught him out. The car getting beached on a mud bank and taking the crew around 5 minutes to get going again. They finished 18th overall, 5th in class. 17th overall and 4th in class was Tony Coyd in the Tomcat. Steve Smith and John Griffiths finish in 16th place and 3rd in class. While Andy Wilson and David Pegg end the event in 15th place, victors in Class D. 14th overall goes to the Clubman winner Lee Clinton in the bowler. Tom and Richard Hipkiss finished 13th overall, good enough to get them the win in the Trophy Rally Class F21. Kevin Gruce and Timothy Chadbourne dropped some time to eventually finish in 12th place, 3rd in their class. Just missing out on the top 10, Mike Moran finishes 11th overall, but he does take home a win in Class H2. Class E winners, and rounding off the top 10, were the Metro pair of Phil Ibbotson and Will Jefferson. 9th overall goes to Trophy Rally winners Adam Evans and James Myers. Martin Convoy overcomes his problems throughout the day to finish in 8th place and takes the win in Class G2. After leading for most of the event, it was all over thanks to a simple mechanical fault, and Martin Gold and Simon Kerfoot have to settle for 7th place, a respectable yet disappointing 2nd in class. Also 2nd in their class, and 6th overall, were Justin Birchall and Ross Butterworth. Climbing the results all day on a consistent run puts Greg McLeod in 5th place. Winner of Class F, this is a great result after an up-and-down season so far developing the new car. 4th overall and winners of Class H1 were Charlie Evans and David Bartholomew in the Rakeway. So, onto the top of the leaderboard now, and taking the 3rd step on the podium was Gordon Monaghan in the RS200. 2nd overall, having to contend with rear-wheel drive for a lot of the event, were Tim Dilworth and Anthony Brinkman. Still a good haul of championship points to make up for their non-finish at round 3. But winners here at Radnor this weekend are Steve Hyatt and Paul Whittam in the Warrior. A welcome victory after missing out by only a few seconds at the previous round.
Steve, fantastic result here at Radnor. Well done, first place.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a bit of luck with Tim obviously slowing down and Martin losing a lap, but yeah, we kept going and it was great.
Any dramas?
Not really. It was just a good off-road course. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's a good response. It's looking good for the championship, really. You got a few good points now in the bag.
Yeah, we're not quite quick enough, but we're reliable.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations on the result. Enjoy it. Thanks for talking to us.
Okay. Cheers.